It's been a while. I came as soon as I heard the news. So, it seems we'll have the honor of escorting the lovely princess. I just ran into Yangus too, same as ever. I'm a busy man, as you know, so I wasn't too thrilled at first at having to drop everything and come over. But it is good to see the old gang again. Anyway, are you really all right with this wedding going ahead? You don't have to stick around if it's too hard for you. Just do what you have to do, my friend. Like I did when I left the Abbey.
Oh, Angelo's so wonderful. You know, he looks after children who don't have anywhere else to go. Don't you? He says he wants to repay all the kindness Abbot Francisco showed him when he was all alone in the world. Isn't he just the sweetest man you ever met?
Hey, no need to tell the whole world. I have a certain image to maintain with my admirers. Well then, see you in a bit. I'll be down in the courtyard taking a break. Come and find me when you're ready.
Ragazzo, I have been searching for you long and high. So, you take the bellissima principessa to the Severa Cathedral, eh? I, too, have been invited to the matrimoniales, and by the King of Argonia himself. But I think to myself, if I follow the wind here to Trodain, I can be reunited with my old ragazzo companion. Another adventure together already! Hey, fantastico!
Hey there! Long time no see. How have you been? You look pretty well, that's for sure. But how come you haven't visited me in Alexandria? I've missed you. You know, I was planning to go off and live on my own, but my mother was so worried I ended up settling down back at home. I guess the time I spent away from her made us both realize what's truly important to us. We get on really well now. I'm not much of a replacement for my brother, but I decided to stay and look after Alexandria. With everyone's help, of course. But enough of that. Have you heard? Apparently, Yangus and Red have teamed up now and they're doing something together. Can you believe it? Last I remember, they couldn't exchange 2 words without 3 insults. I wonder what went on between them. Huh? You're on your way to pick up Princess Medea? Yeah, I guess it's time to get going. Okay then, I'll be waiting for you down in the courtyard.
I suppose this is the last time I'll play the piano like this in here. I wonder if there'll be a piano I can play in Argonia. Thank you for coming. Is it already time to leave? Oh, well, we can stay here for a little longer then. I'm sorry. I just can't relax. Is it time yet? I asked the minister to have you call on me so that we could take one last walk through the castle, alone together, just like old times. I know it's not quite time yet, but I wanted to say goodbye to you properly. To thank you for everything you've done. The times I've spent here in Trodain Castle, with you, will be memories I shall treasure for always. I have to marry the Prince of Argonia to fulfill my royal duty. And you have to... Please continue to serve my father and protect Trodain, just as you always have. Oh. So then, shall we go? It won't do to keep people waiting too long.
Well, so this is VIII Cathedral. What a perfect place for a grand royal wedding. Excellent work, young man. You did an admirable job of escorting us. Your duty here has now been fulfilled. You shall stay the night at the inn and return to Trodain tomorrow.
But I thought they'd all be attending the wedding.
I'm sorry, Princess, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Well, pleased to make your acquaintance indeed. I am Prince Charmley of Argonia. Goodness! Ooh, you must be Princess Medea. Ooh, charmed, I'm sure. One look at you is enough to make me forget all the other beautiful girls I've ever met. I'm the luckiest man in the world to have you as my wife.
Blimey, what's with all the romance? I didn't know you had it in you, Charmless.
It's Charmley. Oh, aren't you those servants from the initiation? No doubt you're here because you heard the news of my wedding. Well, I'm afraid this is as far as you can come. I can't possibly have commoners like you at such a grand royal affair. It's not as if you're aristocracy or wealthy or, well, anything.
That brat is unbelievable. Can't let us in on account of our being too common, indeed. The preening little snob. It's been a while since the initiation, but he is still just as obnoxious as ever. And yet tomorrow, he's going to be marrying the princess. Can you believe it? Wait a minute. The ring. You still have the ring, don't you? The one that belonged to your father. If you have it with you, go and show it to King Clavius. If he knew you were his nephew, he might just change his mind about this ridiculous marriage. Go and find him at the Lord High Priest's place and see what he says. It has to be worth a try.
it's you. Yes, I remember. You are the adventurer I gave the royal magic mirror to some time ago. What brings you here tonight? You look like you have something important to tell me. That ring. It's set with an argon heart. How on earth did you acquire it? I must admit that your tale is enough to give even me pause. It sounds as if you truly are Eltrio's son. How else could you possibly know all the things you just told me? If my brother had not left his country behind to go after your mother, he would be king of Argonia now. And if you had been born a prince, then I suppose it would be you marrying Princess Medea tomorrow. But those are just what-ifs. Were a new heir to appear out of nowhere, the whole country would be plunged into confusion. You do understand that? I doubt that was your intention, however. But what do you mean by bringing this ring to me now? That Charles is not worthy to wed Princess Medea? I grant you he is immature and foolhardy at times. But as his father, I want to see him happily married to a good woman. I am told that you have been a close friend of the princess since childhood. Do you perhaps have feelings for her? Good goddess! You mean to say some other woman stands higher in your affections? Someone you care about enough to wish to marry? Then what are you playing at, boy? If your affections lie elsewhere, why in the world are you causing trouble between Charles and Medea? Do you not understand the implications of your actions? With this ring, you are claiming to be the son of my brother Eltrio, my elder brother. Don't you see? That gives you the right to take Princess Medea's hand in marriage. Tell me, what do you think would happen if word got out that you objected to the union of Charles and Medea? It wouldn't end with the wedding's cancellation, nor even Argonia's humiliation, I assure you. No, it would inevitably lead to a dispute over who is the rightful heir to the throne. Have you any conception how ruinous your artless meddling could prove? I have nothing more to say to you. Leave!
There you are, my boy. I confess I am privy to what you and King Clavius just discussed. Now, I do understand how you feel, but this is a match the two royal families have planned for many years. I'm afraid you've said rather too much on this occasion. Most unlike you. Never fear, however. I shall apologize to the king on your behalf. Now hurry along back to the inn.
Rise and shine, Gov. The princess will be getting itched in a bit. We've come all this way. We should at least try and get a glimpse of her all dolled up. I'll go on ahead then, eh? I'll be waiting in front of that big church.
Look who it is. I was beginning to wonder if you'd left us for good. You seemed ready to throw in the towel when you got back yesterday. Better now, though, I see. Anyway, it looks like the ceremony's begun. And there are so many people, I doubt anyone could do anything, even if they wanted to. By the way, you haven't seen Jessica, have you? The princess summoned her yesterday, and no one seems to have seen her since. It would have been about the same time you came back. I don't suppose you bumped into her, did you?
What a crowd! I can't see a thing from here.
What's going on? Has it already started?
People are saying that the bride looks stunning. I wish I was more like her.
I'm more interested in seeing the new Lord High Priest than the bride and groom, but it's impossible to see anything from here.
Congratulations, Princess Medea! Congratulations, Prince Charles!
Hey, stop pushing!
There you are, Gov. I knew you'd turn up. Right, this way. Follow me. Well, we've got this far. Now, we just have to take care of that knight. What? Yeah!
You leave him to me, Gov. Go on, in you go.
Honestly, where has the princess got to? What could possibly be taking her so long? What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to ruin my wedding? I won't stand for it. Guards, get rid of him at once.
Wait! That will not be necessary. Last night, I had a long conversation with King Trode. After much discussion, we have decided to break off the engagement between you and Princess Medea.
What stuff and nonsense is this? Father, if this is your idea of a joke, I am not amused.
You think I would joke about something like this? Dear goddess, you really are a nitwit. You think I don't know what you did? Young fool. How did I ever think you were mature enough to marry? As your antics clearly demonstrate, you're still a child. Come along, we're going back to Argonia. It's time I taught you some hard lessons about life, boy.
Father told me what happened. I know you went to King Clavius and asked him to reconsider my union with Prince Charmles. Thank you. You saved me yet again, like you always do. You never let anything daunt you, do you? Just being near you makes me feel twice as strong. You're my rock. No, you're more than that. But let us make this the last time. I must take the strength you've given me and learn to forge my own path in life. And you must too. You have your own life to lead, and I want you to lead it. I want you to devote yourself to the one in your heart, just as she will to you.
Pardon me for interrupting, Your Majesty. I've just received word that the bride is now ready to make her appearance.
Open the doors! The bride is ready to enter! Honored guests, with regret, I must inform you that my son, Prince Charmles, and Princess Medea of Trodain will not now be joined in matrimony. I would like to offer my sincerest apologies to all who have come here to celebrate their nuptials. Nevertheless, we will bear witness to a joyful union this day. That of my young nephew here and his delightful bride. Let us all celebrate their marriage together and wish the young couple every happiness for the future.
Well, it was a bit of a squeeze getting into this dress, but how do I look? After you got back to the inn last night, Princess Medea asked for me. When I went to see her, she told me the wedding was off and asked if I wouldn't mind getting married instead. I thought she was joking at first, but then King Trode said the same thing, and King Clavius too. I was just about to tell them that I'd rather die than marry Charmles when Medea explained what she meant. And before I knew it, I was trying on this dress. Then Mum turned up, and Bangers and Mash too. My head's still spinning. It all happened so fast. But, well, I love you. I'm not sure since when, but I suddenly realized you're all I think about. I wanted to tell you, but I was sure you only had eyes for Princess Medea, so I decided to keep my feelings to myself. That is, until she told me that you were in love with someone else. When I heard that, I couldn't help hoping. And that's when I decided I don't want to go on pretending. Burying my feelings isn't going to change what my heart is telling me. I think you're the one. But what about you? Am I really the person you want to be with for the rest of your life? If not, I'll understand. Just tell me, okay? I want to hear it from you. I want to know how you really feel. My hero!
Jessica, I won't say another word about your choices in life. My only wish is for you and your new husband to be happy.
Mum, that really means a lot to me.
She's a willful one, but you know that already, I suppose. Take care of her.
Wow! Congratulations, Jessica! It's gonna be boring back home without you, but you'll still come and visit us, right?
Actually, I was thinking of staying for a while. We've barely stopped since I left to avenge Alistair's death. I could do with the rest.
Really? Woohoo! Oh, and you! I mean, Mr. Jessica. I'll let you off this time, but if you ever make Jessica cry again, me and Mash will really let you have it.
Come on then, everyone's waiting outside. Great Alexandra, grant us your blessing and watch over us until the end of our days. I can't believe how much has happened since I first met you and the others here. You know, I really wasn't sure about you at first. I thought you were a bit of a pushover, always doing what other people told you. But then, when you saved me from Rhapthorne's curse, I started to see you in a different light. Before I knew it, I felt like I could rely on you like I used to rely on Alistair. And the longer we spent together, the more my feelings grew, until I realized I'd fallen for you. It all seems like a lifetime ago already. Just too much has happened. Anyway, we should be getting back to the house. To our house. I am so happy right now. Just think. From now on, I can come to you for everything. Right, hubby?